Ladies and gentlemen, as I've indicated earlier, that whenever you want to access these resources, we have to access them via the university website. We are already on university website, and now we'll be using my Juta. That is the exact database that to use now. It's my Juta. Then we have this list, that is A to Z list. We have already searched my LexisNexis. Now we'll click on J, and then right on J on top we have Juta law and law on campus and off campus. And then we'll click on campus, and this is the platform for Juta law. And then when you search this database, you don't use the search box. You use the arrow down next to the search box. You click on it, and then it will give you options what to search and where to search. For instance, if you want to use advanced search, you'll click on advanced search, like on my LexisNexis, but it's on keywords. It's different from Juta. It's keywords here. It's advanced search, but it serves the very same purpose. And then Boolean search, that's the same. And ACT search, it's when you are looking or searching for legislation. And journal, it's when you're looking for journals. And government gazettes, it's only when you're searching for government gazettes. And law reports, only when we are looking for reported cases. And then the last one is provincial legislation search. We'll start to search ACT search, that is legislation, and we'll click on ACT search. And now we are looking for an ACT search. You may type on the ACT name, the name of the ACT, or you may use the ACT number followed by the ACT year. And if you need a specific section, then you may type in that specific section, or you may omit that if you're only looking for the ACT as it is. Let us look for the ACT, that is Act 55. That is the ACT number, and the year it's 1998. And then we are not looking for a section this time, or later on, then we'll know exactly which section are we looking for. And now we go straight to search, and then you click on search. And then the act that we are looking for is Employment Equity Act 55 of 1998. Then if you want to view the whole act, then you click on that act, then it gives you the whole act. And it's exactly the same as on my LexisNexis. On your left-hand side, you have what we call sections. And then those sections are within each chapter, from chapter 1 to the last chapter. For instance, on chapter 1, we have definitions, purpose of this act, interpretation of this act, application of this act. Let's say, for instance, we are looking for a certain section, affirmative action measures. It's on chapter 3, and the number of that section is 15. When you click on that, then it will take you straight to that particular section. Then if you want to email this particular section from this legislation, then you go straight on top, then you click email, and then after clicking on email, you have to type in your email and then send it to yourself or send it to a colleague. Another strategy that to use to export or to print this particular section from Act 55 of 1998, you may click on print/export. Then it gives you options whether you want to print this section or you want to export. Normally, I advise students not to print the legislation, but to save, because it's a waste of money and waste of time, whereby you'll be printing and you're only going to use it for only certain sections. You can always access it online or save it to your USB or to your desktop. Then after clicking on export, then it takes you here. That shows you may continue, but not for printing, but for exporting. And then when you continue with export, then it gives you the whole PDF of this section 15 of 1998 55. And then you may now save this by highlighting the whole section, and you right click, you copy, and then you paste it on Word, and then you may save it to your desktop, or you may save it to your USB. And then further, let's go and search now for law reported cases. When you are looking for a specific reported cases, you click on law report search. We are going to use the same case that we have used on my LexisNexis, that is Thembani versus Swanepoel. We know exactly the citation, it's 2017 3 SA70. This time we're not going to type in Thembani versus Swanepoel, but we're going to type the citation, that is 2017 volume 3 and page 70, and then you click on search. Then it takes you straight to that Thembani versus Swanepoel case, 2017 volume 3 page 70. Then you click on it to view the whole the whole reported case, and it gives you exactly the citation, the case number, the court, the judge, and when it was heard and when the judgment was delivered, and the counsels, and also the annotations, which is the link. If you click on it, then it will take you straight to the annotation. This is the whole case with the whole content. You may go through it, and these are the cases that were cited while this case was delivered. And then each and every case, there's always a section that is being used under from a certain legislation. If you look here, this case, the section that was used is section 10, and the legislation that was used is the Promotion of Equality and Prevention of Unfair Discrimination Act of 2004. And now we are going to search the very same section that was used on this specific case. Simply copy this act and then paste it on my act search, and then you paste and then you say search. It's supposed to give us the exact act search. Let's repeat it again, and then we say paste. We remove 2004 because it's act number and the act year. We only type in the act name. Thus, there's a OR that means or. You may use this one or either the two, that is act number and act year. And again, if you may type the incorrect information, for instance here, then you click search. It will say no documents found because the information is not correct. So make it a point that every time you type in the information, it's correct. Let us retype that again and remove 2004. Then we say search. Then there it gives us the Promotion of Equality of Prevention of Unfair Discrimination Act of 2000. And that's exactly what we are looking for, because the following one is 52 of 2000 and section 1, and the fourth one and the fifth one and the sixth one and the seventh one. That's not what we're looking for, but the first one. And then when you click on that one, it takes us back again to that legislation, which you may click on print. You don't want to print it, but to export. When you click on export, then it takes us to where you'll choose where you want to export it. Let's just wait and see what's happening. And there's an act. Then you may copy the whole act and then paste it wherever you want to paste it and save it to your preferable way of saving your document. Then we are now going to move and search my Sabinet or my SA publications for SA articles that you are going to use in your assignment or to any academic writing.